hsn.com right now, and you can check out, we have a huge sale on fashion happening, up to 60% off. But if you go there, you can look at all the today's specials, you can watch videos, you can read reviews, click through and find the goodies that you want to treat yourself to right there on hsn.com. Now, who's ready for pizza? Are you eating pizza right now, perhaps? And maybe it's super greasy and drippy, it's not crispy. Kelly Dedring's here to show us how to make better pizza anytime, anywhere.
And today is
so
National
good to see you.
Pizza Day.
Perfection.
My husband told me that. So hi, nice to see you as well.
I have seen this Piezano everywhere, and everybody's got it for like $130, $140. I'm like, oh my gosh, $99.95.
And you get an extra set of paddles.
And you get extra paddles.
And the navy is exclusive, and I've been told there's like maybe less than a dozen of these.
Oh my gosh. So there is some genius built into Piezano. It is a portable pizza oven, but it's all about customization.
Oh, and you can read it. It says all of you.
That's adorable.
So yes, customization. You can write I love you. You can do gluten-free. You can do your own perfect pizza toppings, whatever you would like. But
it's sizzling.
It's sizzling, bubbling on the top. I'm just going to lift this up and show you underneath. You get that beautiful golden, crispy, crunchy crust, just like you would get at a wood-fired pizza oven. And that's sort of what we all crave, is it not? That crispy, crunchy pizza. And we've never been able to do it at home unless we had a couple of $1,000 wood-fired pizza.
Oh my gosh.
And
the room for it too.
And the room for it.
Yeah.
Now I have seen a couple of others, and they're $400, $500, $600. They're charcoal or propane. And I'm like, I don't have time or money for that.
My friends had a little tabletop one, but it was so tiny. You could only make little personal pizzas.
And they had to be outdoors, right?
Yes, and you had to be outside.
Yes.
We can do this anywhere.
So you can do this anywhere. You're getting the extra paddles, and the reason you need the extra paddles is because you'll be lifting one off and putting one on and preparing the next one. So if you want to do pizza night with, you know, mom, dad, kids, aunts, uncles, however you want to do, everybody can prepare their own pizza. And what's special about Piezano is our independent temperature control on the bottom and the top. So I can get to 800 degrees on the bottom.
Wow.
And I can get to 800 degrees on the top. And there's that pizza stone, which is going to dry out my dough and give me that crispy, crunchy crust. Now, the reason we get disappointed with oven-baked pizzas is because our oven, our traditional oven, can only get to, mine gets to, I think 475 is the highest.
Sure.
Okay, with pizza, you need between 600 and 800 degrees. So most of our ovens do not get that temperature. So with this, with Piezano, you can get to 800 degrees independent top and bottom temperature control. So if you like it really, like I like my pizza almost burnt on the bottom, like that black char.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so I go to like 700-ish on the bottom, and then I do like 500 on the top to get, of course, that beautiful bubbly cheese and all that. And I'm gonna take my hot honey here because that's really popular right now, and I'm gonna drizzle it all over my I love you pizza.
Delicious.
So hot honey, pepperoni, and olive pizza, and you can do it all at home with the Piezano. And of course, the navy blue is exclusive to HSN, and those paddles are exclusive to HSN as well.
5-ish minutes, depending upon how crispy you want it.
Yep, 5 minutes.
I was reading through reviews and people are like, this thing is amazing.
It's amazing.
It's fun, it's easy. You can even take your frozen pizza and pop it on this. In a matter of minutes, though, you get that, look at this.
Look at this pizza.
Bubbly, cheesy, crispy goodness.
Might
and there's
be the prettiest
nothing
pizza I've ever seen.
There's nothing like that stone fire taste, that like super crispy crunch, a char.
I'm gonna put you to work.
Okay.
Can you go back to the oven for me?
I can.
And we have a pizza back there.
Okay.
So grab that pizza out. There's some towels for you to make sure you don't burn your hands. So this is a lot of times that we're like, I could just throw a pizza in my oven, whether it's the fresh dough, maybe you have your own dough, or maybe you do frozen pizza. So Michelle's gonna grab our pizza from the oven, and I'm gonna grab the exact same pizza from my Piezano. So this is like a buy one, get one special, right, at your grocery store. But you did oven baked, and you're gonna set it right next to mine. And I did
just put the whole thing
Piezano baked. Please do. Look at the difference, first of all.
Already I can tell.
So this is depressing and sad and soggy, and my calories is very, you know, they don't, it's like, okay, if you're gonna eat pizza, and look at the oil has all sat in the bottom and soaked to the bottom, because there's nowhere to dry it out, right? It's just oven-baked pizza, so it just sits in its own moisture and its own oil. Now, when I look next door, and this is the exact same pizza, you can see the difference. First of all, look at the top. Look at the color, that char, that beautiful, crispy, crunchy crust, and then look underneath.
Perfection.
I mean, it really is perfection.
And you know what's so sad, and this happens all the time with me, you do the one like this, The top is done, but the bottom is still mushy.
You're eating dough.
You keep putting it back in the oven, and then the cheese gets so overcooked, it just becomes solidified.
And then it's all dried out.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not good news. So that's the difference between Piezano pizza and a traditional oven. And I'll tell you, when you get it home, you're gonna go crazy for the fat. And look at the bottom. For the fact that it tastes like you go, you know, we all have that wood-fired pizza, you know, restaurant or whatever that we love. And there was one about 5 minutes from my home, and we used to go there, and we loved it. And I mean, $34 for a large pizza.
This is true.
And it was like, oh, wow, but we still paid it. And we would get 3 large pizzas and over $100 for my family of 4 to eat out.
Or you could
have this and you could do it every single night.
And you know, most groceries too, they now have that section where they have the dough, the fresh dough you can grab. You can get all your toppings. The kids can make their own. Like, it's actually a super fun, entertaining idea. You could even take this to tailgate. You literally just plug it in. It's countertop. It's anywhere you want to use it.
It is, and here's the deal. You can do your own dough. Maybe you like to make your own dough. You can, like Michelle said, you can buy the dough. So the dough we've been buying is from my local grocery store. It's $1.98.
Yeah, and it's ready to roll.
And you just go to the little bakery section and it's ready to roll, no pun intended. You can do you can do all your own pizza toppings. So whether it's shrimp and spinach or veggies, this is a white pizza. You don't have to use the red sauce, but everybody gets to choose their own. And then of course, right down front here, you can see there's that temperature dial. It goes all the way up to 800 degrees. And literally between 600 and 800 degrees, it says pizza, meaning this is the temperature you need to have the best crispy, crunchy, delicious pizza. And that's what we crave. And that's why there are $500, $600, $700 pizza ovens for the consumer. And some, you know, lots of people pay that, but you have to have propane, you have to have charcoal, you have to go outdoors. All right, I'm gonna cut you a slice.
I love this window, because I keep looking and I'm just seeing this cheesy, bubbly, like the tomatoes are starting. So if you're just joining us, this is the famous Piezano. We are $50 off, and we're including extra, the bamboo wood paddles, so that you can put one on, take one off. You can get a real party going here. The trick to this is that the top and the bottom are independent of each other. So you truly customize how crispy, crunchy that crust is gonna be, how creamy, bubbly the top is going to be. The blue is exclusive to us. We have black. I will say the cream, we only have 95 left.
Yeah, you gotta
get
get
a wild hit. Is this for me?
Yeah, this is because I want you to have it, or you can do the pepperoni, whichever you choose. Okay, it said olive you in case you were. I shouldn't have cut it because it was too cute. But it's so good.
And it stays on its own. Like, that's just true testament.
It is
no
the
floppy pizza.
crispiest, crunchiest crust. And the floppy pizza, to me, and let me know if you agree, it's like a calorie throwaway. If I'm eating pizza and I'm eating cheese and dough and all the yumminess that comes with the calories of the pizza, and then it's not crunchy and then it's soggy like I'm eating a sponge, I'm very disappointed.
You know what? The outside is crunchy, but the dough still has that beautiful texture where it is light and doughy.
It's amazing.
For lack of a better word. The cheese is perfectly melted.
It's because you have that independent temperature control. So maybe there's somebody in your family that doesn't like the black or the golden brown crispy crunchy crust. You can do 200 degrees on the bottom. You don't have to do 600 to 700 degrees, but I would recommend it if you like crispy crunchy, and most of us do. Yeah.
You know, this is the final airing.
Look at this.
This has been on a couple of times throughout the day. It's your last opportunity with the $50 off. With FlexPay, it's about $33 and change.
Unreal.
You could buy one pizza for that amount, or do that as your FlexPay, and now you've got customized pizza anytime you want it. I'm assuming you could really put any type of pizza, like even dessert pizza.
You can do dessert. I just have to show this crust because this is what I like.
Yeah.
I like it almost, you know, just shy of burnt.
You customize it.
You customize it. So 600, 700 degrees, it goes up to 800 degrees. How do you like your pizza? I like mine that really delicious, crispy and crunchy. And then have fun with your pizza, because there's so many drizzles out there for pizza now. The hot honey drizzle is what you're eating, but also we did steak, mushroom, red onion. So now we can drizzle some barbecue or some balsamic on our pizzas. So when you get it home, you can really customize and have the most beautiful pizza night. And like you said, and of course we're sort of kid-minded because we both have the younger kids, but like, do you have nieces, nephews, grandkids that you want to have over and invite them over for pizza night? It is something nobody turns down. Everybody loves to make their own pizza.
And you get that fresh, delicious taste with the toppings as well. This is an incredible today's special. Think ahead. Is there any gifting that you're going to be doing? Mother's Day, Father's Day. Maybe you're going to get this really think far ahead, right? Because this price point, normally you're looking at $150 plus. It's on sale and you get the extra accessories as well. By the way, the size of this is like your standard size 12-inch pizza, right?
It's a 12-inch pizza oven, but it's nice and compact. So I have like sort of the deeper drawers in my kitchen, and I can fit this in there with some other items.
Is that a calzone?
So it fits right in those kitchen drawers.
Stromboli?
This is a calzone. But we've had people, and this is a huge hit on social media, and I'm talking like tens of millions of views, and that's like tens of millions of recipes almost for you to have access to for free if you're on social media. So people are doing calzones, they're doing sandwiches, pita bread,
idea.
They're doing dessert pizzas, quesadillas. So when you go to the lower temperatures, it becomes almost like a grill because it has that grill function there too.
And a matter of minutes too.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, people in the reviews are like 5 minutes and my pizza was done.
Yep.
Like it's super quick and simple.
Listen to the crunch though.
Look at that.
I mean, you can hear the crunch as I'm cutting through it. Now, one day, we're gonna invent taste division. I think we're close, right? To where you could actually reach through your television and take a bite out of this calzone. Because I know when you watch it, it's like, man, it looks good, but does it taste that good? Does it?
That's why I'm like, I'm gonna finish this. I haven't had dinner yet.
It does.
So it's delicious. And you, again, if you have somebody who is gluten-free, dairy-free, like if you really need to customize for them, when you make it at home, it tastes better, it's more cost-effective, and you can think about those kinds of things too.
You can, and here's the beauty part about it is that when you buy from your bakery, they have the dough. When you buy that, it's $1.98 at my grocery store, depends on where you live. I can cut it into, I can make 3 pizzas out of it.
Wow.
So I'm at like 75 cents a pizza, as opposed to like $34 a pizza, which is what I was perfectly willing to pay because it was so darn good.
Because you thought that was the only way to get that
taste. Was the only way to get the wood-fired pizza.
This cream is beautiful, and we only have 70 left if you want the cream.
Is there any left in the navy?
How is navy doing? I know black, we've got just a couple hundred. No navy.
Oh, they're gone.
Oh, navy sold out.
Oh, okay.
You gotta grab this. You guys are gonna love
it.
If you don't, try it for 30 days.
Yeah, sure.
If you don't have fun with this, if you don't have the best pizza ever, send it back. But it's simple to do.
Yeah.
It's fun, it's fresh.
So this is the dough. I cut mine when I get it there. I cut it into thirds, and I can do 3 pizzas. I like thin though, so it depends on how do you like your crust. I like it like cracker crunchy, almost burnt. That's my personal preference. And the beauty of this is that I can do that because I can customize it. I can do my own specialty toppings. I happen to like shredded Brussels sprouts on my pizza. My husband looks at me like I'm crazy, but if you're somebody like that, you can do that as well. I like peppers and onions and jalapenos, and you're not gonna find that at your regular, just your average pizza store. You know, you're going to be able to customize it, and for a fraction of the price.
You know what I love too? This one is still hot that I'm eating. It was the first one we took out. My dad, without fail, every time we order pizza, he gets, it's cold, it's soggy,
he's popping it in the microwave.
and he puts it in the oven, or the, it's like, this is gonna give you a nice, hot, crispy pizza. So you did that really quickly.
Yeah, so that was the dough. You roll it out. You wanna puncture it. So if you don't have one of those little dough punctures, you can just take a fork, and you just wanna puncture it, right? So that it doesn't just sort of bubble up. And then you put your own toppings, whatever red sauce, whatever cheese. I love that you mentioned gluten-free, dairy-free. If you're somebody that's a vegetarian or whatever the case is, you can completely customize every single pizza that goes in and out of this pizza oven.
And the one you just built, you put on one set of the bamboo
so that's why we give
pieces, and now you've got a secondary, we give you extra.
Yeah, so I'm building one on my paddles, and I'm using my paddles to pull off, let's say it's my son and my daughter, right? So if you got 2 kids, if you got 2 people, if you're just having a party and all the girls come over and everybody gets to make their own, you can just literally go from one to the next.
Look at that one.
Instantly, and look at this beautiful one.
Wow.
I mean, how? Spinach and what is this? Ricotta? Or and ricotta. Okay, so spinach and ricotta. I mean, but just look at the crust of this. This one is more of a golden.
Beautiful.
And if I'd left it on a little longer, it would be black enough for me, but a lot of people like that beautiful golden. So you can completely customize, and the thing about it is, all indoors.
Yeah, you notice it's
all
quiet.
Indoors.
I don't see smoke everywhere. We don't need any kind of like gas or anything. We don't have to have it outside.
Look at them eating.
Indoors.
All
Pizza
the
party.
leftovers. Pizza
Cheers,
party.
right? Everybody loves pizza.
I mean, is it good, you guys?
You know what's good? Breakfast pizzas. If you've never done a breakfast pizza, oh my gosh, or dessert pizzas. I see we've got one over here that looks like an apple crumble something.
Yes.
That looks incredible.
So that is just traditional pizza dough. And then she did the canned apple pie filling. And then what is that, just like oats on top?
Yeah, like a granola.
Like a granola. Yes, on top. So that's the thing, and you get the perfect results every time, and you get it indoors. You know, there are, because I was searching for pizza ovens and stuff, and of course there's some out there, but I mean, like the cheapest outdoor one I found had a 3 in front of it. It was over 300, and I needed a propane tank. And I don't like messing with propane tanks.
I just want easy. I want easy. I want to be able to use it more, and if it's easy to access and easy to do, and it's not dependent on weather or any of that, you're going to use this more. This is a completely exclusive offer and configuration. It's the famous Piezano. You have seen it everywhere right now. People are getting so creative, and I love that. But we've got an amazing deal. Instead of $150, we have taken $50 off the price point. So it's $99.95. You're also getting the extra set of the paddle peels that they call. They're bamboo. They're beautiful. You're going to get your instruction manual. There's a little recipe book to get you started. But I'm telling you, if you just internet search Piezano recipes, all over Pinterest, all over social media.
All over.
It's the first time we've offered colors for you too. You are getting the scraper included as well. It's literally everything you need. It's a really robust gift idea to give somebody.
I mean, even if you're saving it, I know it's like hard to think about Christmas and Hanukkah, but like even if you're saving it for that, I cannot imagine a better value. Because I mean, the alternative is a $300 or $400 or $500 pizza oven, or it's just not to have one and do the sad soggy pizza in your oven. And that's depressing.
Oh my gosh, look at the bubble.
It's literally bubbling to the top. It's as if we have like this little inferno in here, right? It's almost like it's wood fired.
I didn't ask you, how do we clean it when we're done?
Good, I'm gonna talk about that. So let's go, I'm gonna go over to this cold unit, because I do wanna show you the pizza stone, and the pizza stone is actually a part of the magic, and it's one of the reasons that you don't get the sad, soggy dough. It's because our pizza stone is actually gonna remove the moisture of your dough, and it's the heat and temperature, so it's all of that combined. So you can see here's the unit. You've got top and bottom temperature control here, and then you can actually see it going up to 800 degrees, so you know when it's ready to throw it on. It only takes a couple minutes to heat up. So the pizza stone, I do not want you to wash this, ever. Literally ever, okay? So that's why we give you the scraper, which also doubles as a pizza slicer, and then when you're done making your pizza, you just scrape everything off, into the sink. This should always stay dry. Your pizza stone is eventually gonna look like our pizza stones out here.
That's a well-loved Piezano.
It's like, you know the cast iron is like seasoned. Like my husband's like, don't clean it, don't touch it.
Leave it be.
This guy's like his mom's cast iron. That's what I want you to treat, your pizza stone like, because each time you use it, it becomes more and more what we like seasoned. So don't soak it in the sink or in the water. You don't need to. I love this thin crust. You can see how beautiful that is.
True custom.
But yeah, look at my pizza stone. So I do want to get the stuff off